If you have been doing your trend research on Etsy the way you should be as a Etsy seller who wants to really make a splash, then you have been seeing this doodle style collage type design all over the place. We are seeing bestsellers, bestsellers, bestsellers. And I'm going to show you exactly how to do this with AI generators today. I have been testing it in a bunch of different ones. I have cracked the code. I'm going to be showing you what to use. I'm going to be giving you the prompt for free that you can then go and edit for any niche that you want to create for. I'm going to show you exactly how I prep it for either print on demand or to sell as a digital download. And you are going to be so ready to go to be creating these trending designs for whatever niche you love to serve. Of course, we're going to focus on the holidays today because I'm in a holly jolly mood and it is September and the leaves are finally changing and the weather is cooling down and I am a very happy person. This YouTube tutorial is being sponsored by my Trendspotting membership. So remember how I said if you're following the trends, I like to call myself an Etsy trend expert. I love studying the trends and I have a monthly membership where I deliver weekly emails every Monday morning with what is trending on Etsy, a video training showing exactly how it's being applied, and then I also provide 5 product opportunities. I literally say, here are 5 different things that you can create that are in demand right now, and I give you the SEO to actually be seen for those designs. We do a monthly coaching call as well. So I am sponsoring this tutorial with that membership because you can get your first month for just $17 with a code I will put down in the description. And I'm about to release 5 bonuses. So over the next several weeks, beginning on September 15th, through October 13th, there's going to be a weekly bonus. We're going to do a niche bundle where you're going to get a special niche training and a tool that's going to help you make really great database decisions on what to create for your listings. I'm going to do a double opportunities week. So instead of just 5 things that you can create, I'm going to show you 10 different products that you can create that are in high demand on Etsy and give you the SEO that week. You're going to get on September 29th a bonus Trendspotting video that is focused just on Christmas stuff. So you know what to be creating, you're doing the right thing, you're incorporating the right trends. On October 6th, I'm going to give you 5 free design templates. That means I go into Canva and I create high demand trending designs that you can then go and use commercially, and then you can also tweak them. Like you can pop in your own thing, you can change what the text says, and then you can make designs much faster that way. And then the final week we're going to wrap up with a mindset visualization audio. I'm really excited because when I've done these before, people love them. They say I'm their good vibes, just big sister Etsy cheerleader, and I would love to be that for you with that. So get in now. If you get in before September 15th, you'll get all 5 bonuses. Also, right now, there's a ton of content waiting for you. There's over 200 product opportunities that have stacked up in the archives that you can then begin creating for with great SEO. So enough of that. Let's jump in. I'm going to show you all of the good things on how to do this hot doodle collage trend. Let's dive in. So let's start here on Etsy and look at some examples. This is one that is in 20 plus carts. It's a PNG file. This is an incredible mockup, by the way. I love really high converting mockups. I actually have a freebie I'll throw in below as well. That is a link to all of the best mockups that convert the best. But this guy here, we're going to use our handy dandy Everbee extension here, and we are going to look at the data. So this listing for this PNG has been up for less than 2 months. It's already sold 20 times, and being in 20 carts and having a bestseller badge already, this is hot. And I'm not surprised because it is bringing in the doodle vibe really hard with a little bit of text. There's coquette bows thrown in for good measure, pumpkin and kind of like a pumpkin spice iced latte, all of the things that we incorporate with fall that feel very cozy. So it's absolutely perfect. And then this down here, I love Everbee because I can see what tags that they are using. I like to filter by competition because I want to have my lower competition at the top. Oh, so here's a little pro tip. Groovy fall PNG is a pretty good keyword. This is really low competition. So this is one example of how this is just doing this doodle style collage is doing really well right now. Another one, this was really big for back to school. So it's in demand. This is an actual t-shirt for my print on demand people as opposed to PNG. 3 people bought this in the last 24 hours. It's like doodle meets preschool, right? Look, we still have coquette bows thrown in there. Also, these doodle type designs are very monochromatic, one color. So like the last one was kind of that pumpkin spice orange. This one is blue. Usually they'll also offer it in others. So like if you buy it on the espresso brown comfort colors, you get it in white, but extremely cute. And so there's little doodle elements for school plus some text. This guy has been up for less than 3 months, and it's on sale. So it's sold 271 times. I like to pull up my own calculator because Everbee doesn't calculate the revenue. They don't take into account the what am I trying to say? Oh, the ads. Like if it's running it's 50% off. So for example, I don't know why I can't get my calculator to pull up here. Let me try one more time. Nope. Okay, so we're going to take 7,490 as the monthly revenue. It's going to be about half that, is what they're bringing in less than 3 months, which is incredible. I'm just curious too here. Oh, these are all pretty high competition keywords. This isn't terrible. Teacher grad gift, but it's not very relevant to this. So nah, those tags aren't helping us so much. Next example. Here's another PNG. This is a different spin on it. So this is the Doodle style design, but it's color instead of monochromatic. So never feel like you're put in a box. It's still totally on trend. I love the mock-up on the green. Most of this is white. So all of the text and everything is white. You could totally do something like this in Canva or use Creative Fabric elements. I mean, the world is your oyster, but these all could be created with AI. They're very doodly. Let's see. It's 50% off. 6 people bought this in the last 24 hours. It's been up for about 10 months and sold 1,300 times. Okay, so even if we just said like 1,500, if we rounded it to 1,500 for easy math, I'm not great at math, and then $2 a piece, this thing has made them multiple $1,000, like almost $3,000. That is incredible. Wow. Wow, wow. Also, I just want to say, like, that's the beauty of when you catch the right trend. They've been making money on this since last year, and that is incredible because the trend has carried forward. And here's another one. This is another PNG file example. And so let's see here. I need to switch this over. And it's in 5 carts, 55% off. It's been up for less than 5 months and sold 160 times. So it's doing absolutely great. I like this because it wasn't holiday specific as well. This is just like the homesteader farming niche. To be honest, like this is obviously doing well. It's a bestseller. I think you can do better than this. Like I think like there's some of these that are very doodly. And then there's some that are more sketch. And then this random chicken is even a different color. I don't understand. So I actually don't I would grade this like an 80% maybe. It totally gets the trend. It totally gets the doodle collage style, but the actual images themselves are not 10 out of 10. Like we could do better. So that's how hot this trend is that even if you don't get it perfect, they're performing so well, especially when you dig into the micro niches where there's not as much competition. So how do we create these? There's 2 different ways that you can go about it. And it's going to depend on the output you get. It's going to depend on how well the AI understands your niche and what you're asking for. One way that you can do it is you can literally prompt for the entire doodle design. The image that I put on the thumb of this video, that was one shot. I literally put the prompt in and I got this design. I didn't have to make any edits to it. For some of my other niches that I've been playing with, there have been times where there's something, you know how AI image generators are. There's weird things that I'll sometimes go into Canva and erase and like put in something different. So the other way that you can go about this is just to literally prompt the AI to create individual elements for you. And then you can go put them together, especially if you love that you've got the eye and you want to like put your own collage together. It's a great way to just have it prompt for doodle elements. I like to do a combination. So I usually start by getting the general collage made because I've had a great experience so far with the AI doing that. And then I make edits or add other things in to embellish it to make it better. And so that's completely up to you. Let me show you what the different AI generators are giving me, and then I'll tell you which one I like the best. So of course I started with Ideogram because it is the easiest. It usually gives me the best results. And seriously, like for new people who don't want to have a bunch of subscriptions like a junkie like me, Ideogram is such a great, a great one to start with. It wasn't terrible. Okay. So like, this is kind of cute. If you wanted to go more color, you're definitely going to have to make some edits. This looks more sketchy. I didn't like it as much. This one was kind of cute, but like, okay, I don't know that it's not going to compete with what's out there, but I could definitely grab some elements from this that turned out kind of cute. And then this was the other one, which I really like how it did the feelin' jolly. This Santa is super cute, although you'd be editing in another H for ho, ho, ho. It's okay, but it has some errors. So not terrible. It would work well if you wanted to piece things together on your own. The next one I did is my OG favorite, and that is Midjourney, which is where I started. And I still love Midjourney when I'm creating clip art. I love it when I'm doing anything with watercolor, but I don't like it all what it gave me for the collage style design prompt. I just missed the mark. And so I'm not really recommending Midjourney for this kind of thing, but to still keep it in mind if you ever want to do clip art, you want really, really strong watercolor. So the winner ended up being ChatGPT, which lately has been my jam. I feel like I'm getting the best results on everything from ChatGPT. It's really, really impressing me. I feel like they've come leaps and bounds. And odds are you already have a subscription to it. So like how amazing. You wouldn't have to use another image generator. So I literally opened up a new chat and I gave it my prompt, which is the one that you can get for free below. And it came out with this. And I thought that that was utterly perfect. Like everything is spelled correctly. It doesn't always, like I said, always happen this way, but in this case, it turned out beautifully. So let's play with this prompt. It's obviously getting really good results in the doodle space. I've been using it for other niches, and let's do an example together for Thanksgiving, okay? So I'm going to paste the prompt into here, and I'm going to say, create a hand-drawn doodle design all in, I'm going to say like burnt orange on a white background. It should include a collage of hand-drawn doodle style elements for Thanksgiving, including, let's see, a slice of pumpkin pie. This is what you would do. You would go into this base prompt and just edit these things out. A turkey, I'm going to say like a cartoon turkey with the phrase, I'm going to change ho 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 to gobble because that's really on trend this year. Beneath it, a few coquette bows and let's say leaves, maybe maple leaves scattered throughout the illustration. We'll do instead of a string of Christmas lights, let's do a iced coffee with whipped cream on top and a pumpkin on the cup with pumpkin spice written beneath it. I'm going to say let's just do a football. What else? A pumpkin. And we need a few more. And then I'm going to think of those. And while I do that, all doodled around the phrase, and we're going to do 'tis the season. All doodle elements should be burnt orange. The design is a vertical rectangle for a shirt. Okay, so I just need to come up with those last two elements. What else is Thanksgiving? What if we do like a candle? A candle in how about a jar candle? A jar candle. And you know what? Let's do and like some boho flowers because they do really well for fall. Boho flowers. We'll see how that turns out. All around the phrase, 'tis the season. Do I have an extra thing in there? Oh, I do. There we go. 'Tis the season. Okay, so now we're just gonna hit submit. Literally, I'm doing it in the same one. You could do it in a fresh chat. Here we go. Okay, so that took about 5 minutes. I would say for sure the AI image generator in ChatGPT is a little slower, but you can see we get really great results. We're going to need to make some tweaks. I don't love the bee here in Gobble. 'Tis the season. This we can actually fix very easily in Canva. I like it. Otherwise, what's this called? The football has a stem coming out of it, so that's kind of funny. But oh my gosh, how cute is this? I think the pumpkin pie is incredible. I'm going to run this one more time. I feel like one of the things that causes trouble is the boho flowers. So I'm going to say here, instead of pumpkin, I'm going to say pumpkins. And instead of boho flowers, I'm going to play on the silly goose trend. I'm going to see how it turns out. It might not turn out well, but that's okay. I'm going to do a goose in a pilgrim costume and just see what happens. because if we're not having fun, we're doing something wrong. I'm spelling that wrong. There we go. Is there anything else? I think everything else I liked. I think removing the boho flowers is going to help us. And also, we can always grab this if we decide to and put it in the other design. So let's just hit it again and see what happens. Okay, round 2. Here's what we got. I actually think there's so much that we can do with this. So I liked the other pumpkin spice element better. So I might ask it to try to just give me that one again. But I think I like that the football is the same color as the pumpkin pie slice. It can kind of balance it out. I preferred the other 'tis the season, but can we even handle how cute our pumpkin goose is? I think that was worth it right there. Since these ended up being 2 different colors, like they didn't do them in the same exact color, I'm going to actually, this is how you would do them individually as well. I'm going to say here in the same, it's better if you just do them one off rather than saying to create another one with just a few things. I'm going to say in the exact same style, please give me a single doodle design of a, what was the drink? Let's say, just to save myself time. Here we go. Okay, of an iced coffee. I just want to see if it'll give me a different one. So let's have it run that. And then I think everything else I would edit in Canva. What else did I really like? Oh, I also want them to redo the "'Tis the Season." So I'll say, I'm going to wait to submit it till it's done, but I'm going to say in the exact same, I'm going to say in the exact same color burnt orange. Please write "'Tis the Season" in a serif font. What that means is, see how this is just a block font, but this one has these little serifs off the edge, and I thought that had a little bit of charm to it. So I'm just curious what it'll give me. Please rewrite. Please write "'Tis the Season" in a serif font, and with the "'tis the." You want to be really specific. You want to talk to it like you're trying to tell a toddler what to do. "'Tis the" on the top line and "season" on the bottom line. Now don't hit it until this is done. It's literally recreating the whole design for me, I think. So that's interesting. Sometimes it listens, sometimes it doesn't. But you want to give it really, really specific, and you don't want to hit it or, oh, no, wait, it worked. Oh my gosh, but it gave me all of, well, I'm not mad. I can just delete all of that off. That is really cute though, that pumpkin spice. Okay, so now we want to have it do this now that that's completely done, or else it interrupts it and it messes you up. So let's see what happens. In the meantime, while it creates that, I'm going to go ahead and download this. So when you're in ChatGPT, the download is right here in the bottom left-hand corner. I'm going to hit download. We'll go to, I needed to create a folder for this. We'll go to our YouTube folder here. Okay, so Doodle Collage. Here, we're going to save that. I can go ahead and download this one. Man, she is cute. And oh, that's cute. Oh my gosh, that turned out great. That's what we want. We'll download her as well now that she's ready. And now we're going to pull all of these over into Canva. So go to Canva, create a new one. I'm going to do a custom size. I like to do 5,000 by 5,000 so that it's nice and big, especially because I sell these as PNGs. And so I need to create a really high quality file. Then we will pull over these 3 things that we need. They look like they're slightly different colors. We'll see how that goes. Did I do that right? Okay, so for this big one, I'm going to bring it over to the main artboard here, and I'm going to start by upscaling it. So we're going to go to Edit. You can't do this without Canva Pro. That's one of the things I feel like you really need, is to be able to use these different features. Canva Pro is one of those subscriptions that I think is like a non-negotiable as a business owner. But you do you. I'm gonna use it here in Canva Pro. Let me see here. We're gonna go to Image Upscaler. It's down in the apps, so you may have to go to See All and search it, but you want Image Upscaler. And because I have so much going on here, I'm gonna tell it to go up to 4 times. That can take several minutes, but then when it's done, you'll see this pop up and you'll click Replace. So you want to replace the old version with the higher resolution version, and that'll take just a second. It automatically updates your design. Now, I'm going to click Background Remover and remove the background. I do that after I upscale just to keep everything as sharp and crisp as possible. I find I get better results that way. Okay, and now we can close out the Image Upscaler. And what I'm going to do is kind of erase out the things that I don't want. So I'll go to Edit. I'll go to Magic Eraser. And it's going to give me this. I need to make a smaller brush size. Like these little flecks to me are just not doing anything. So I'm going to erase, erase, erase. Now that I got all those selected, I'm going to click Erase. And there's obviously other things as well. Like I'm going to switch out the "'Tis the Season." I'm going to switch out the pumpkin spice. So let me go ahead and do that real quick. Okay. There we go. That's better. So now I can come and I can get my "'Tis the Season," and I am going to go ahead and upscale that. Since I only have one image here, I can upscale it just by 2 times instead of by 4 times. So go back, 2 times upscale. This one should be quicker. Okay, so I just clicked replace and we're getting updated and it looks a little sharper. Now we're going to go ahead and remove the background. Perfect. Obviously, for something this simple, you literally could just add in your own text. I'm just doing this to show you kind of how you can finagle things together. Oh my gosh, cute. Okay, also, for the sake of time, like today I'm showing you the ropes. This isn't like exactly how I would do it. There's a lot about this that I'd like to spend more time on. I just don't want to keep you all day. So let's go ahead and get our pumpkin spice guy in there. We're going to go image upscaler, go back. Here we go. So what I mean is, like, I am not going to go in and fix every little thing about this I would fix to make it perfect. I would be moving around some of these leaves and replacing them. I would be adjusting this pumpkin to something, without the little humpback on it. I would be doing a few things to level it up, but I'm trying to give you just right now the basic idea of what it can do and how you can make it work for you. Okay, that was quick. Replace. Now we can hit background remover. And oh gosh, these little elements, you really could use some of these elements too, but we don't need them right now. So we're going to go back and we are going to erase them. Alrighty, that was quick. And now we can take her. Some of the other things that I would do is I would adjust these colors just a little bit, which you totally can do with these little toggles here. Let me see if I can get her to fit. And I'll probably tilt her a little. See, it's not like the most optimal placement for it. I would finagle it more if we were spending more time. So I'm going to do the picker, the color picker, and grab this color picker. See, I need to play with it a little bit. The other thing that can work really well is if you go into edit and you go to these filters, sometimes they help you nail the color better as well. Oops, no, this one feels a little too dark, but I'm just kind of curious. Yeah, it's too dark. But sometimes when I go in here, it saves me a bunch of time because it's like the perfect match. I'm going to hit undo. I think that's the best for now, but I'd want it to match a little better. Okay, and then we would need to fill this space a little bit. One thing we can do is make our "'Tis the Season" bigger. Yeah, and we'll adjust our coffee. We're going to make her a bit smaller. So I would like, for example, I'd probably switch this one. If I was really spending my time, I'd probably switch this guy out for like the boho flowers that we got before. And then I would want to put something here. So here's another little trick. I don't personally think this design needs more leaves, but just to give you an example, what you can do is you can click the bigger design and you can click edit and you can use the magic grab tool. And so I can go in here and let's say I'm going to use, oops, I want to do the brush, not the click. The click just is drama. So make the brush smaller so I have a lot of control. I really like this leaf here. So then, just like the eraser, instead I'm grabbing it so I can move it. In this case, I'm not going to move it. I'm actually going to use it to copy. That's actually something else you could consider. Like if you wanted to fix this pumpkin and that has the humpback, and I don't know, that's actually, I feel sometimes pumpkins are like that, but it's a little weird. I would grab one of these and then just duplicate it the way that I'm duplicating this leaf. So like I just hit the copy. And I could pull, it's not going to fit perfectly. But like this is one of the ways that I could kind of fill this space is by grabbing elements and duplicating them up here. So here I can flip her, make her a little smaller, and it's not terrible. Obviously there are things that if I was really spending the time to make this live, that's what I would do. So now I am going to just enlarge it, center it. Okay, and if I were selling this as a PNG file, I am going to want to take the extra step of increasing the DPI to 300, and we need to do that outside of Canva. So what we're going to do So if you were just doing this first step you would do if you were doing this as print on demand. I'm going to click download. I want to do transparent background, 5,000 by 5,000. I only need the current page, and then I can download it. And so that'll go into my folder. So here we would do, let's see, Thanksgiving Doodle design. So if you were print on demand, you could literally take that one into Printify and you'd be good to go. But since I'm also talking to digital product sellers, you're going to want to increase the DPI. This is a totally free tool called Clidio, and they have a DPI converter that I love. And so you're just going to go to clidio.com/DPI-converter. Choose file, and we're going to navigate to the design. Oh, you know what? We'll have to see. That's interesting. The where it grabbed those elements, it left the white on the background. So I noticed that. Here's how I noticed that. When I was pulling it into here, do you see how when I highlighted this, I can see the white behind them, and that kind of tipped me off? So if we go back to Canva and I change this background from white to just one of my brand colors, I can see that they are not transparent. So what I'm going to do is hover over it, click background remover again, and it's just going to take that extra step to get them caught up. Okay, now we're in business. Oh, I'm so glad we got to do that so you could see how to troubleshoot it. So now I'm going to go back to download, transparent background, 5,000 by 5,000 PNG file, current page. Since I'm saving it transparent, the blue won't be there. That was just there to help me get my ducks in order. And we're going to save this one. I am just going to overwrite that old file, click it, and click save. Yes, I want to replace it. Now I'm going to go back to Clidio and choose file, and I'm going to pull her in. It's going to take a second to upload here. Then it will ask you to confirm the DPI you want. You want to do 300, continue. And then when it's done processing, you can click, look, I can even see I made a mistake here. So this is great. It just really helps you see everything that you need to sharpen up. Download, and I call it the same name, but instead I do Thanksgiving Doodle 300 DPI PNG, because this is the file that you give to the customer if you're selling a digital product. The other one would have been fine to upload into Printify. So I hope this really helps, and I hope that you jump into my Trendspotting membership, get your first month for just $17. I'm going to teach you so much about finding trends like this and how to apply them. I'm going to give you so many ideas of what to create. But also, if you're doing a lot of AI digital design, I have a package of 2,000 prompts that I've written for a ton of different digital products that you can sell on Etsy. And it's only $17 for that entire prompt bundle. It's my best-selling product that I have, like just as an Etsy coach, and I would love for you to have it. Just like we took today's prompt, the basic Christmas one, and we tweaked the exact same bones to make it Thanksgiving, you can take these prompts and create anything from it. Having that base saves you a lot of time. I also have AI workshops. If you want to go deeper with me, you want to learn how to create coloring pages or PNGs or wall art. I have 6 different workshops that you can choose from, or the very, very best value, it's actually insane, is a bundle of all of them, and you can really like dig in, and I will get into even more of the nitty gritty than we were able to here today. Finally, I hope to see you on the How to Sell Yourself on Etsy podcast that I drop every Thursday with amazing guests to inspire you. Lots of actionable information just like in here. And finally, if you enjoyed this video, would you please give it a thumbs up and leave a comment and let me know if you like this long form video. I know this is really long. We're getting into the details, and I just want to know if you guys like that. Like, is it helpful for you to really just have you come over my shoulder and we sit together and get into the details? So please let me know below, and stick around if you'd like to see more. I've got other tutorials that are waiting on my channel. Until next time, have a great day, and thanks for being with me.